am here. I think that it didn't work properly. Now I've got a huge, here, hold on a second. So we'll go like that. Okay. Wow. Welcome, you guys. Alicia, thank you for keeping everyone entertained. So I am thrilled to be with you guys. I am just so excited. Oh my goodness. This is so great. All right. Wonderful. I'm just going through this. The class is starting right now. And I am just thrilled to be here. So I'm Becky. You can call me Clean Mama. You can call me Becky, whatever you'd prefer. And thank you so much for joining me here today and for your patience. It wasn't, I went through a different link and then it didn't work. And so we're here. Let's get started. As you can see, you can comment as I'm talking. I would love to answer your questions as you have them today, but I'm going to get started by just talking to you a little bit about the holidays and kind of this time of the year. It is definitely stressful and it can feel overwhelming. And what I want to really stress to you is that with a plan, it's not as hard as it feels. And when we're planning a little bit ahead, it's going to be helpful. So that's why I thought, you know what, let's do a cleaning class for the holidays now. I don't decorate until after Thanksgiving. You might already have a house full of decorations, but I try to keep November, and December. And that in and of itself helps too. And then when we do decorate for Christmas, we're doing more of winter decorating versus so that it can kind of last into January, February too. So, all right. So that is that's the premise of what we're going to be talking about today. And but first let's talk about cleaning our houses first. And I'm going to show you 3 different things you can do for just to make your house, give it a holiday feel. So everyone received this cleaning class for the holidays PDF packet. And I will resend this video and the packet. So if you missed it or signed up after I sent it last night, you'll get all that information. So let's figure out the best way to clean our homes this holiday season. And think about how you want your home to feel. That's going to help to direct you with the amount of time you want to spend. You don't want to be frazzled. There's that fine line between frazzled and split second behind. Okay, hold on 1 second. So you say, I'm seeing a comment about the sound, saying there's an echo. Is that any better? Let me here. Hold on. Okay, someone else says no echo. Maybe turn the volume down slightly. And then, yeah, okay. Maybe turn the volume down a little bit because maybe that's giving you an echo. Or if you have the screen open in 2 different places, possibly too. Okay, all right, so we're good. You think about how you want your home to feel. If you want it to feel calm and cozy, which I'm guessing you probably do, then think about what you can do to give it that feeling. So if it's what makes a home feel calm, it's typically, it's going to depend. It's going to be different for everyone. It might be more it might be more of a if you want it to feel cozy and calm, it might be either it needs to be decluttered. If you want it to feel simple, and maybe you need less decorations. Think about what you can do right now. It's only November 7th. We have plenty of time between now and the holidays, depending on what you celebrate and when you celebrate it. But definitely think about how you want your home to feel. Just take it. I mean, you can do that right now, and then think about what you can do to create that. So in the packet, this page talks about what we're learning today, and I'm going to just give you 3 DIY recipes. I'm not going to mix them up for you, but I'm just going to kind of walk you through them so you can see how easy it is. And it's on this page here. So 3 DIYs for a cozy holiday home. Scent invokes a lot of those feelings for us. So if we want, like, think about what your house smells like, that's going to really help as well. And so the first one is a holiday cleaning spray. Now, the one that I'm using, this is just my DIY stone recipe. And all it is, now where did hold on a second. I had it and now it's not here. Oh, here it is. Okay. This is just my stone spray recipe. And I'm just adding a little bit of more of a holiday scent to it. So you've got the recipe right here. You can mix this up. This is going to take you just a couple minutes. And you probably have the ingredients at your house. So it's just 1.5 cups of water, 2 tablespoons of rubbing alcohol, like this kind of rubbing alcohol right here. I use 70%. I don't go any higher than that. And then you can use either a 1/4 teaspoon of Castile soap. So you could use just plain old Castile soap, or you could use a little bit of dish soap. And this is going to work. The reason I chose this one is you can use this on your stone countertops, or like in the bathroom if you have stone or quartz or anything like that. It's a little bit more universal because there isn't vinegar in it. And I don't necessarily want it to clean with vinegar in the holidays. I want it to smell a little bit better. So that's why I am using just this, the stone spray, and then adding, you could do like a lemon and clove or an orange and clove. You could do like a pine scent, like whatever sounds good to you. I'm just using the Cozy, and it's just lemon and clove. It's from my shop. This is my favorite scent, and I use it year round, but it definitely has like that holiday kind of spicy feel and smell. Mix up the spray, and you can spray it pretty much anywhere. And this is going to give your home just that cozy scent. So the next thing that you can do is to do the holiday scrubbing powder. I would recommend whatever scent you used for this, use that same scent for the powder. You could use, if you don't want to use essential oils, you could also put like lemon rinds in here, or you could put a cinnamon stick, anything like that. If you wanted to do that and not use essential oils, you can mix that in there as well. If you, for the holiday scrubbing powder, you can use this in your sink. You could use it to make a scent, or make like freshen up an area. Like you could sprinkle it into a garbage can, but you're just going to use baking soda. That's it. And you're going to put it in a jar. I use 2 cups, and then I do like about 20 drops of essential oils, mix that with a table knife, and I just keep it in a jar. Again, you could put cinnamon sticks in here. You could put dried orange slices. You can, that works in here too. And then you can sprinkle this in a sink. You could use it in your kitchen sink. It's my nightly sink scrub. You can use it in your bathroom sink. You're just going to put a little bit of dish soap with it, or Castile soap and a scrub brush, and you're going to scrub that surface, and that's going to give you that holiday kind of scent. Okay. Then the last idea that I have for you for making it feel like the holidays and giving your home that really really good scent is the stovetop simmer. And there's a link here to a blog post as well, but you're just going to choose 2 or 3 different ingredients that you want to use. You can even do this and mix these up and put them in your refrigerator. And then you could put a ribbon around it and give it as a little gift to someone, with instructions. This is just cinnamon sticks and lemon. And then you're just going to put it in a pot, dump it out, put it in a pot with like 4 cups of water. And you're going to let that simmer like on low, attended on your stove, and it will scent up your whole kitchen. And it's just kind of nice, especially if you're doing like a lot of baking, or sometimes if I'm doing like maybe applesauce, I will throw like the apple peels in water as I'm cooking, and just kind of with some cinnamon, just to let something simmer on the stove, and it just kind of helps a little bit too that way. All right. Hold on. So I see a couple questions I'm going to ask. I'm going to answer those. Tiffany says, is my multi-surface cleaner concentrate okay for stone? Yep, you can use it on any surface pretty much. Like you're not going to want to use it on your couch or like a softer surface, but it's perfect. And there's no like non-acidic for using it on stone or granite too. Okay, someone says could you use that in an open crock pot? You can use it like absolutely in an open crock pot. You could use it sometimes with crock pots, you get like the two, like a larger one and then a smaller one for free. You could use that little one and put it in that too, but it's great for a crock pot, because then you're not having to watch it on the stove or worry about it boiling over or anything like that. But I find that if I keep it on low and just kind of monitor the water, it's usually going to be good that way too. So those are just 3 DIYs for a cozy holiday home. Think about like I said, you want your home to feel a certain way. And I think that that's going to just be hopefully helpful for you too, as you're going into November and December. So, okay. So now that we've got that started, and you've got a couple DIYs that you can try, I think that's like how cleaning makes me feel, or trying to make it feel a little bit more special is always like makes it, I don't know, a little bit more enjoyable. It's not always enjoyable, but it helps a little bit. So yeah, I think that that's going to just be something that you guys are like, try to like think about the benefits of it, or like making it feel a little bit more enjoyable that way. So, okay. So in your packet, we're talking about that, creating that cozy home, that feeling that you want your home to have. Think about what you like. If you want, I like to have like dim lights on, or small lamps, a candle burning, just giving it that cozy feel, rewarding yourself. Like when it's clean, like show it off, make sure like put your house in the best light that it can possibly be in. I love dimmer lights. Another trick with a dimmer light is that you're not going to see dust and dirt as easily too. So if you are entertaining and you're having people over, turn that thermostat down a little bit, like 2 degrees before they come over, dim your lights, light some candles. And if you didn't get to everything on your cleaning list before they came over, no one will notice. Anyways, so that's, I don't know, just kind of one of those things. Now, I also listed for you guys, the main thing that I wanted to talk to you about is how to keep your home clean during the busy months of November and December. And I will tell you that the way that I keep my home clean in November and December is the same way that I keep my home clean all year long. I do a routine, and I have specific things every single day that I clean in my home. And that takes the guesswork out of it. It's proactive. So I'm not reacting to messes. I know what to clean and when to clean it. That's the Clean Mama routine. And that is my secret to keeping my home clean all the time. Now, in our home, it's me. We have 3 kids and my husband. We have 2 large dogs. And I would like to say that it's clean all the time. It's not today. I had to throw my duvet cover in the wash this morning because the dogs somehow got inside with dirt on their paws, jumped up on the bed, like ran around, and my beautiful white duvet cover is disgusting. So I threw that in the wash. So things don't always go as planned. And I did just wash that on Saturday. So, I mean, you definitely, I don't know. It's interesting because but I know what to do. I threw that in. I'm not going to stress about it. And then I am working on bathrooms. So today I'm busy with like talking to you guys, and I had a live for Homekeeping Society. So I did one bathroom already. Like the sink was really dirty. I shared that on Instagram and I showed how I cleaned that, but I did not clean the other bathrooms yet. We'll get to that. And if I don't, I can work on that on Friday or save it to next week. So that's how I like structure creating that clean home, is having a plan. But let's talk about what you can do right now to keep your November and December, or make them what you want them to be, so it's not feeling stressful. So in your packet, I also included these calendars. So there's November and December. I think it's helpful to like have these months at a glance. So you can say, all right, we've got Thanksgiving break here. There's a holiday concert at school here. Like you can write all those things down. And then if there are extra things that you want to add, put those in, and then decide if there's something that you don't want to do or you just don't have time for. This is the time before we put all those things on the calendar. This is the time that you want to make sure that you are focusing on the main things and you are doing what you want to do in November, December, not what you feel obligated to do or pressured to do or anything like that. So there's that. I also have this, just a really simple to-do list for you. Not because I think you should make a huge list for yourself so you can check it off, but because it's helpful to write those things down. So write down tasks that you want to do. If you send a holiday cards, write that down. If you want to have, you need to do shopping for XY, like whoever, write that down. This is kind of more like a brain dump. So you are writing down all those things that you want to do or that you need to do this month. You might make one list and then say, you know what, I want to redo that list and cross some of those things off and not even put them on the list. So definitely use these lists. I put them in here because I thought that they would be helpful for you. And having a cute checklist is always fun. So, okay. Now let's get to my 5 tips for keeping your home clean during the holiday season. This is important because this is going to help you as you go through November and December. I promise you don't have to do every single thing, but they're not that difficult. So if you do these things or think about these things, put them into place, you're going to find that your home feels different this holiday season. And that's my hope for you, is that you feel a difference in your home and that you actually look forward to the season rather than feeling like dreading it or feeling overwhelmed by it. Like for me personally, the worst feeling is overwhelmed, because for me, and maybe you can relate. You could tell me in the comments if you do. But if I'm overwhelmed, I can't like pick out what I need to do because there's too much to choose from. And then I kind of shut down. And if you feel like that, now is the time just to let's see how we can change that this year. So, let me see, I want to make sure I'm not, missing anything. If you feel like that, let me know. I would love to see that in the comments. If you ever feel overwhelmed, or what you do if you feel overwhelmed. Like, so I will shut down. I will like not even do that. Like, cause I can't even decide where to go. So I will just completely like stop, and then I can't move forward. I feel like I'm kind of frozen in place. If you feel like that, or if you feel a different way, I would love to hear that, because I think that Alicia says yes, she feels like that. I think that I mean, everyone has a different kind of, I can't think of the word for it, but like a defense mechanism in when you feel overwhelmed. But I think that we don't want that to kick in. This is like the worst time for that to happen. So let's avoid that overwhelm. And Electra says she just feels like that too. So let's start with Alicia says, if I'm overwhelmed, I want to go right back to bed. MSS719 says, yes, when I feel that overwhelmed, I pick one thing, the easiest thing that's part of the clutter to do, and doing one thing helps. It absolutely does. And just focusing on one thing. Susan says, I'm not my best self at all. Serena says, I get overwhelmed. I'm paralyzed. I inherited my parents' home and it's overwhelming. Yeah, I can see that, especially because you probably didn't move any of their things out, and now you're stuck with all of that too. And that's a lot. Okay, so let's figure out how this year to not have that. So I have 5 tips for you. You will see this. There's a page right here, and I walk through this with you. I'm going to talk to you about that a little bit here. But the first one is, before you decorate, do a quick declutter, so that you are actually decluttering your home and making space for those things, so that you're not like adding clutter to clutter. Because I think sometimes holiday decor can feel like clutter. It's so I think if you are putting out more stuff with other stuff, then it's going to be a lot. So go through your house with a garbage bag and declutter it. Look at what you can donate, toss, relocate, put away, whatever it is. You don't need to go through your closets or drawers, cupboards, anything like that. All you need to do is just go through like those main surfaces and do a quick declutter. And I think that that's going to be where you're going to feel like you might feel like, oh no, I don't want to put anything out. That's not the goal. But it'll help you to be a little bit more mindful about what you do put out. And like, look at those as you're decluttering, look at those spaces. Like maybe you have a special like area that would be really cute with your creche, or maybe you have a little like a snow village that you want to put out. And you see a shelf that would be great for that. So let's clear off that shelf so that you have a place for that snow village. So give yourself that wiggle room, give yourself that space to enjoy decorating and to really like not feel like, you know how at like December 26th, if you look on Instagram, everyone's like throwing everything away and packing it all up, and I'm done with it, and like everything gets undecorated, and which is fine. But that's why I like to put like November in November and December in December, because I don't want to feel like that at the end of December. And I also, my kids still enjoy it. They still like having the Christmas tree decorated. They still like all the, like, they like the holiday decor. And so I don't want to just like be so sick of it all that I have to get rid of it. So I'm decluttering first so that we've got a little bit of room for that. The second thing is, don't over decorate. If most people have like a holiday bin or container, and when you bring those out, I always take the things from the surface that I am like, I kind of swap out the items. So if I have a snow, like a Christmas village, and I'm going to put that out on a shelf, whatever was on that shelf before, I'm going to put into that bin, and then put that temporarily in the basement with the other empty bins or semi-empty bins. And then that way you are able to have a little bit more breathing room for your decorations. Now I see a couple, let's see if I can, hold on. Let's see. Barb says, I'm trying to learn that not getting it all done is not a moral failing. Clean feels great, but cleaning is morally neutral. 100%. There's nothing good or bad about it. I love that. Mary Ruth says, I'll declutter by giving items away for free on local social websites. It gives me the freedom to not have to find a place for it again. I love that too. That's awesome. Okay, so if you are not over decorating, you will enjoy that season a little bit more and a little bit differently too, because you're not like overwhelmed by it. So then when it's time to put those things away, you just bring those bins back up or down or wherever they're from, and you are going to swap out the normal decor for that holiday decor. Okay, so that's number 2. Number 3 is to spread out your tasks. You could have a very like you could say, I'm going to do everything on this day, and you might be able to, but if you can't, think of how you can spread them out. So use the to-do list and delegate yourself so that you're not doing it all at once and all in one day. That will be super helpful for you. You can write it down, you can keep track, and then you'll see what you need to do and when you need to do it. Again, let go of things. If there are things that you are doing and you're not sure why you're still doing them, it's okay to let them go or to take a year off. You don't have to do everything, especially if it's causing you overwhelm or making you feel you want to enjoy the season too. Like you could make it perfect for everyone else, but if you're not enjoying it, all you're going to remember is how overwhelming the holidays are. And that's, it's more helpful to your family and friends to be happy in that time as well. Okay. So let me just make sure I see another question here. So you organize your holiday storage by the location it goes in your home or by season. So I have like holiday bins. So I've got a fall bin, I have an Easter bin, and then I have a Christmas bin, or multiple bins, not just one for each. But that way, when I bring anything that I bring out, we can put away. Now, I'll tell you, I did not decorate for fall. I didn't bring any of the fall decor out. I just wasn't, I didn't feel like doing it this year. And we did like a lot outside. I did some neat planters and pumpkins and gourds and that sort of thing. And I have one bowl where I put white pumpkins and a candle in the middle of it, and that in our living room. And that was all I did for fall. And no one cared. So that felt better to me than doing a whole lot of decorating. I'm also kind of looking at just like making some tweaks in our home as well, like just kind of moving things around, and that makes it feel different too. I don't know. Tiffany says, if you just had one bin for each, that's amazing. No, I think I have like 3 Easter bins and probably 2 fall bins, and I don't want to tell you how many Christmas bins. I have a lot of Christmas bins. But I love decorating for Christmas. I love doing that. So that is definitely, but I've gotten rid of a lot of things, consolidated, and just picked the best things. But definitely there is, not just one bin. I'm minimal, but I'm not a minimalist, if that makes sense. Okay. So spread those tasks out. Think of how you can make it easier. That's what Homekeeping Society is all about. That's my membership. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but we spread things out all year round because we don't want to have to be stuck doing everything all at once. And it's better to feel like your home is clean most of the time instead of only at certain times, like when people come over or when you have guests. It's easier if it's clean more often. Okay, so be guest ready, which it leads me into that. If you have people coming to stay at your home during different times during the holiday, start thinking about those spaces now. If there's anything you can do, if you have a spare bedroom and you can change the sheets in bed early, go ahead and do that. If you, plan when you want to do that so that you're not doing that all at the last minute. Now we don't have a spare bedroom. We like guests stay in, like our kids give up their rooms and then guests stay in there. So I can't do that. But if I did have a guest bedroom, I would definitely freshen that up early. I always have a guest basket, put away in a closet where I keep like clean, like a stack of clean towels, soap, shampoo, that sort of thing that I can just pull out and put on my daughter's bathroom counter. So that's ready. I'm not having to think about, are there clean towels? Do I need to wash towels? Like that sort of a thing. All right. So Brianna says, what do you usually do with the items you no longer want to keep? So if there is something, here's what I do. If something is donatable, I will donate it. If like there are some different ways that I will like bring it to like a local preschool, like at our church, or I will donate clothes to a shelter, like a women's shelter, or like there's like I try to like look for when I try to donate in a way that I know someone will use what I'm donating, especially if it's something nicer that I've just made a poor choice with and purchased. If it's like if I have like tattered clothes or like my boys have like ripped pants, which always happens, I will donate those to Goodwill because Goodwill does go through all of the fabric and they recycle it. So I don't have to throw that out. That actually does get recycled. So you can look at it like a buy, sell, trade site, like on Facebook Marketplace. But that's definitely like, I try to think about like where I'm donating things a little bit too. Hopefully that's helpful. Okay. Yeah. So think about what you can do to be guest ready and to be ready for people so that you are not doing that all at the last minute. You will have to do like a cleanup before guests come regardless. But if you are actually putting in a little bit of time, spread out over the next 2 months where you're putting a basket together, it's winter, you could put like slippers in there, you could put a robe in there, you could make a little list, and then when you see those things on sale somewhere, then you could grab them so that you're kind of keeping ahead with that. Okay, so then my final tip is to plan ahead so you can enjoy the season. That we've been talking about that this whole time, but front load your list so that you are like getting things done in November and early December so that you're not pushing it to the last minute. I know, I will tell you, okay, so this is not my best moment, but this is last Christmas. I say like, I don't remember what we were doing, why December was so crazy, but for whatever reason, it was crazy. And we celebrated on Christmas Day at our house. And I realized on Christmas Eve when I was wrapping the gifts that I was like completely out of paper, completely out of bags. So I had to, we were heading out of town like after Christmas. I mean, it was just nuts. And so I had to order paper to be delivered to the house by Target, like a 2-hour delivery. So I paid extra for that because I didn't have time to go to Target. I mean, these are the things, this is why you want to plan ahead. This is why you want to have those, like, if you can wrap things ahead, wrap them ahead. If you can do holiday cards, send those out as early as you can so that you are not like me on Christmas Eve, stuck in our bedroom, wrapping gifts instead of hanging out with my family where my husband was doing all the fun things with the kids and I'm upstairs like trying to wrap stuff. So use the time this month and next month to do that. I have always like had like a day in mind where this is my day, I'm going to be done with it. So I would recommend, I think that that's helpful. So you've got like a goal. Usually that done day is December 15th. Last year, obviously that didn't go so well for me. And, but this year it will be December 15th. I would prefer if it was like December 10th, but we'll see. But I want to have everything like purchased, wrapped, and done. So that so I can enjoy those last days leading up to Christmas and not spend them wrapping gifts at the last minute and running out of paper. So on this sheet, if you want to do that, it says write down your done day here. So if you want to set a goal for yourself and write that down, do that. Write that down so that you have like a goal that you're setting for yourself, and then you can hold yourself accountable to that too. But those are my 5 tips for keeping your home clean during the season. Now, you notice I didn't say clean. First, you're going to clean this, and then you're going to clean that, and then you're going to clean this, because everyone's going to be different, and you're all coming at from a different period of time. So Lynn says her goal is December 1st. I love that. That's awesome. That gives you plenty of time. To like plenty of wiggle room too. But I didn't share like clean this, because there's a lot that goes into it. You need to have a system when you are cleaning your home, and having a system for cleaning your home and having a system or a game plan for keeping it clean during the busy season is going to be helpful for you. So the last page in your PDF packet is just a little wrap up. And on here, I talk about, if you need a little structure, I shared the daily tasks and the weekly tasks for the Clean Mama routine. This, even if this is all that you do between now and the end of the year, you will see a difference in your home. And I promise you that this holiday season will feel different. So every day I have 5 daily tasks. Okay. Now, do I do these all every single day? No, but I do my best to do them. They're simple. It's check floors. If I need to vacuum or sweep, I've checked them and then I do that. That's something you can delegate to kids. When my kids were little, like we had little like brooms and dustpans, and they would take care of under the kitchen table. I now have 2 dogs that seem to take care of that pretty well. But if you need to vacuum, vacuum. If you need to sweep, sweep. If you don't get to it, it's a daily task. You can do it the next day. Wiping counters. So this is cleaning the kitchen essentially. So you're wiping the kitchen counters. You can't wipe your counters unless your kitchen is clean or you've got the sink emptied and all that. And then wiping those bathroom counters if they need to. You don't have to, but you're checking it. You're seeing if you need to do that. Clutter is on there. So every day we are dealing with clutter. We're putting the mail away. We are picking up toys. If you have them, clothes off the floor, shoes in the hallway. Those are the sorts of things that I am taking care of and reminding my kids to do too. And then laundry is on there. So I do 1 load of laundry every day. I find that keeps me from being overwhelmed. And then we also are like, we're not searching for laundry. We're not looking for clothes. Things are clean. It keeps me less overwhelmed, but then it also provides that for my kids too. They know how to fold their clothes, put their laundry away, but I'll start it for them and, go move it from the washer to the dryer. And then I put that basket in their room. And when it's there, they know that's my day to put my clothes away. So we definitely do that. Mary Ruth says, I've used your system for 3 years now. I'm so much more relaxed when people come over. Thank you so much for the structure. Oh, thank you. TM Joint says, speaking of mail, what do you do with holiday cards you receive? They clutter my house, but I feel bad getting rid of them. I love holiday cards and I save them. I put them in like I have like a little bit of an organizer that I put them in. I like to look at them. Someday I'll probably toss them, but I'm a little bit too nostalgic for that. My sister just tosses them. I mean, you can do what you want, but I still like them. Tiffany says, I've been using the Clean Mama routine for about 2 weeks now, and I already love it and notice a huge difference. Oh, I love it. Thank you. Okay, so then the last daily task after laundry. Now, okay, I will point this out. If you don't have a load of laundry every day, I would never tell you to do a load of laundry every day. If you have a load of laundry or have enough laundry in your home to do a load every day, do it every day. At least check and see, is there anything I can throw in the wash? That's kind of where that's a daily task. And then make beds. I don't make my kids' beds, but I make mine, and I don't check theirs or fix it or anything like that. So that's on them. Yeah, so those are the daily tasks. Just doing those will help you keep your home clean. Like, I mean, those are just like that daily upkeep, that daily maintenance. It's going to really help you. And then the weekly tasks. This is what I share on social media. So if you see, like, if you go to Instagram today, it says bathrooms, because Monday is bathrooms day. That's by having this in place, you are saying, this is what I'm going to clean today. You're not looking around your home and thinking, what's the worst part of my home? Where do I need to start? There's no overwhelm there because you know what to clean, and when to clean it. So Monday's the bathrooms, Tuesday is to dust, Wednesday is to vacuum floors and carpet, Thursday is to wash the floors, Friday is catch all day. It's a day to catch up. And then Saturday is laundering the sheets and towels. And then Sunday, you'll see there's nothing. That's just the daily tasks. If you want to use that as a day where you are like getting set up for the week, you can do that. I will do like my menu planning on Friday on that catch all day and clean the fridge out, do my grocery shopping, that sort of thing. But it's definitely, this is like an awesome place to start. And this is going to really help you with your home. It's proactive. It's not reactive. It's a system. And when you do it consistently and you work through it through the year, you will find that your home you're touching on all areas of your home. And instead of feeling like you have to do like a major clean out or a major declutter, you are doing that all year long. And it's going to take you less time. I developed the system when it was just me and my husband in a 1-bedroom apartment, and I couldn't figure out how to keep it clean. Which, like, looking back, I'm like, that's interesting. But now with 3 kids and a much larger house, and my husband, it's something that it's a routine. We know what to do. We know when to do it. It is just, I don't know. I think that there's definitely it's so much easier to have a system and to have a plan, and also to know that it's not always going to be perfect. It's not always going to be done. My home is not perfectly clean all the time, ever. But I can get it clean super fast because I'm doing all that upkeep all the time. Now, so yeah, I can see Jessica says, I love your system. I rarely feel overwhelmed anymore. That's awesome. This week is the launch of my brand new Homekeeping Society website, and that is my membership. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about that and how that relates to the Clean Mama routine. If you are interested, I would love for you to join me. This is the best time of the year to join. I'm doing the annual sale. If you were to purchase monthly, it's $100 off of that price if you were to go monthly. So it's $129 for the year. That is going to take you through, it's going to be, it'll be a little bit more than a year because it's going to be November and December of this year, plus all of next year as well. And now you can just say, this is my chance to take, like, I'm going to put the system in place. Now I know what I'm going to do this whole next year. I know how I'm going to keep my house clean. I know what to do and when to do it. Homekeeping Society is like the first two parts of the Clean Mama routine, the daily tasks and the weekly tasks. But then it also incorporates the rotating tasks. That's like those deep cleaning items. And then the monthly focus, which is organizing. And we work on certain areas of the house every single month. So like November is the living areas. December is paperwork in the office, getting ready for the end of the year. And then January is a whole house declutter that we do together. February is the kitchen. So we are working through our home every month, little by little. Some months you might not get to the entire all the rotating tasks or the whole monthly focus, but you're making progress. And I think what the most important thing to realize is that keeping a house clean and maintained is not, it's a lifelong process. And I'm just going to help you with that. And we're going to work together on that. It's a community. And that's what makes it so special, is that community aspect of it. So if you guys want to join, this is the best time of the year to do it. There's a coupon code. It's at the top of the Homekeeping Society page. There's also a link on this page as well. So if you only want to try a month, you can get 50% off with the code TRYIT. If you want to do the annual membership, it's 2023 HKS. If you try it a month and you love it, I will refund that monthly fee if you join for the annual membership. So you aren't going to be out that at all. But it's a really, like, there's I don't know, for some reason YouTube, so I had it set up so I could show you the screen by screen, and YouTube is not allowing me to do that, of course. But it has like an app function to it. So in the portal, you'll see there's a month. You can see every single month. There's monthly checklists, and that monthly checklist is like an app, and you can use it on your phone, and you can check off the daily tasks, the weekly tasks, the rotating focus, and the rotating tasks and the monthly focus all in there. And it's awesome. I mean, the improvements that we made with it, if you were a member before, it will like rock your socks. It's so great. And I'm just really thrilled to be able to share that with you. We do like lives. I do 2 lives a month in the Facebook group like this, where one will be just a Q&A. So earlier today I had the Q&A. We talked all about November. We talked about the new site. I answered questions. And then the next live is going to be on November 21st. And we're going to clear a surface together that correlates with the living areas and the monthly focus for November, which are the living areas. So we're going to work on clearing a surface all together. So that's what it's all about. If you can see there in the link, you can go to the website, you can kind of get a taste or feel for what it looks like, what the inside it looks like. I'll be sharing all this week and part of next, some video, and just so you can kind of see how it works when you're on the inside. But I just want to formally invite you to join us. It is, I've had Homekeeping Society since 2014. So it's 8 years old. It is a membership like no other. And if you feel overwhelmed with your home, or if you love cleaning, it can be, the members run the full gamut, but we encourage each other. We help each other out. We answer questions. And it's fun. So I would love for you to join me. If you would like to, you can see all that information on this page and the links. I will send out an email shortly with the replay of the video, and then also those links for you too. So if you want to check it out. Let's see. Jessica says, I love your system. I very rarely feel overwhelmed anymore. Thank you. Thank you. And Katya says, I've used the Clean Mama system for some weeks and I like it. I've worked with another cleaning system for 6 months, but did not work well for me. I felt overwhelmed with the system. That's awesome. Tiffany says the checklists are so cool. They're interactive. You guys did a great job. Thank you. And Alicia says, join us. It really is worth it. We have a Facebook group that we share into. Yeah. So what questions do you guys have for me? You can ask me like a cleaning question. You can ask me a holiday question, an organizing question. You can ask me anything that you can think of. I'm happy to answer that for you. And it could be a Homekeeping Society question if you would like. But I would love to take a couple minutes here just to answer those questions for you. And then I'm also going to, pin the Homekeeping Society link on here too. Alicia says, I feel like we have more direct access to Becky when we have questions. You do. And it's definitely, okay, so I pinned that. So if you wanted to check out the site, you can see that. And the coupon code is up at the top there too. Georgia says, I love your chair. Yeah, so I have two of them. So they're like twin chairs in here. They're from Pottery Barn. I don't know. I think they still have it, but it's Pottery Barn, and I can't remember the name of it, but it's a swivel chair. It's super comfortable. I love it. Mary Ruth says, does the Society have live meetings? Yes, we have 2 a month. We have 2 lives like this. They're anywhere between 30 minutes and an hour. The first one of the month is a Q&A, and we just go back and forth questions and answers. And then the second one is a workshop. And I have those workshops all planned out for next year too. So if you go to today's blog post, all at the bottom, I have that whole, like exactly what every workshop will be. And then I save all the lives. They're all saved in the portal. So you can go back. You can't come, like if you work on every day and you can't come to the live, they're all saved in the portal for you too. So yeah, that's probably the, one of people's favorite features is just that live, that time to talk, time to ask questions, interact with each other a little bit too. Susan says, does dusting day need to include the tops of cabinets and high ceilings? I never include the cabinets and high ceilings. So you could if you wanted to, but we go through the entire home throughout the year, and we do, like in kitchen month in February, we do the cabinets. When we do like a specific room, those ceilings, and like to do the corners and like the crevices, the ceilings, that's part of that. So it's planned into the year, but it's not a weekly thing by any, like we don't do that weekly. Carly says, how do Castile and dish soap compare? Okay, so Castile soap it's almost like a concentrate. You can see, I don't know if you can, this is vegetable based, typically and then like, this is the dish soap in my shop, and this is a foaming dish soap. So I will put this in my cleaners too, or in my sink when I'm scrubbing it. It works well for that. But if I'm using if I need just a little bit of a different kind of a cleaner, I like to use Castile soap for that, because I will use it in the toilet with oxygen whitener. I use it instead of like a toilet cleaner. But I like that vegetable based aspect of it. It depends on what kind of dish soap you use. If you use like a Dawn, something like that, it's going to be petroleum based instead of vegetable based. And I prefer to use something with a vegetable base. This is also like plant based, vegetable based too. Okay, so let's see. M. Jameson says, any tips for keeping up with the higher volume of dishes when cooking and baking more over the holidays, especially without a dishwasher? So there are times when you might want to use like paper plates. And sometimes there have been seasons where I've been overwhelmed and I've had a stack of paper plates and I've used them for breakfast and lunches, just so that I'm not having as much. I know it's wasteful. I know that it's not eco-friendly, but if like my sister's family comes into town and they have 4 kids, we have 3 kids, and then all the adults, and sometimes you do that. So that's the first thing that's probably my go-to. But then my second one is going to be using instead of using side plates, like putting everything on one plate, like a salad roll, like whatever, have it all on one plate instead of like a bread plate and a salad bowl, like trying to kind of keep it all in one. But that's kind of what I do. And if you don't have a dishwasher, you definitely want to make sure that you are enlisting help when people are there. I know when growing up, one of my favorite memories is washing dishes in my grandma's kitchen with my cousin. And I know that they made us do it because we were old enough to, and so that my mom and her sister didn't have to. But I really liked it because we got, it was like special time we could talk and, wash the dishes together. I'm sure they were like, haha. But that, good memories can be made around that activity too. All right. So yes, Alicia says not in person, though live through Facebook. Yes, it's a live through Facebook, not in person. Susan says my stainless stove hood gets dirty so fast. Need a good way, minimal reaching for this older lady to keep this under control. I wipe mine with like just a cloth, like routinely, because it does get kind of greasy, and then the dust kind of gets on there too. So a couple times a week, I will just take a cloth and wipe that down without any cleaner on it, just to kind of remove that. And I think that helps just to keep that like surface grease or dust off of it. And I'm talking about just that hood, like the part that you see, not like the underneath part there too. Okay. What other questions do you guys have for me today? Yeah, I love answering questions and like troubleshooting, cleaning, organizing, that sort of thing. That's like so fun for me. In the Homekeeping Society, do you offer replays for the lives? Yes. Every single, like right now, if you were to join Homekeeping Society and you went in there, it's under, it's called Workshop Recaps. I'm just looking at it here, and you can see all of this year. So we've done 2 a month. And so there's like, I don't know. There's a lot. 20 recaps. So you can pick and choose. It says what the title is. So you can just go ahead and play that right there. And then they're also saved in the Facebook group to watch them in there. You can. When I do lives, I use software where like I can show the question, and like I can't do that here in YouTube, which I did not understand. I didn't know I couldn't do that. But so I can't. So you can see like what the question is. I don't necessarily have to repeat it because it's going to be on the screen for you. But yeah, that's definitely, that's part of the subscription. And then, so like going into 2023, we will shrink all of 2022. So you can still access those videos, but then what's going to be prominent will be like the current year. So Susan says, thanks for the tips and solutions. You are so welcome. I love helping you guys out. So let me know if you have any other questions at all. If anyone has any, just any questions, I'm happy to answer those for a few more minutes here today. I don't want to take too much of your time. I would like go mix up a DIY cleaner, pick your scent for fall and winter. One of my favorites, and you can see this in the link on the DIY cleaning page, if I can find it here. One of my favorites is in a simmer pot is to do lemons and rosemary and vanilla. I love that. It smells so good and like kind of fresh but homey. But that works well for like Thanksgiving into Christmas time too. So, yeah. Susan says, how long are the DIY cleaners good for? So the sink scrub is not going to go bad because it's mostly baking soda and you're scenting it with essential oil. The liquid DIY cleaners, I always say to have, if you use filtered water, you should be good for at least a month. Mine will lasts like a week in the kitchen because I use it so liberally. But use filtered water. So if you have like a filter in your refrigerator or on your tap, use that because then you're at least eliminating some of the bacteria. Make sure your bottle is clean. And then you should be good to go for at least a month. I've had some that I've tested like how long they last and it's like months and months, but I usually just kind of say a month just to keep it safe. You can smell it and see if it would smell different. But honestly, I have not had one that's gone bad, so I'm not sure. So, all right, what else can I answer for you guys? Let's recap. So go mix up something that makes your house smell good. Decide on your done day. So the day that you want to be done with any holiday prep, think of what you can eliminate this year to make things easier for you, or if you can spread it out over November and December so that you're not cramming it all into December. You're keeping the seasons separated a little bit. And then do quick declutter. Take the time to do that. Even if it's just like a half hour or 45 minutes where you are going through your house and decluttering before you're decorating, that's going to help you out a lot. But I think those are kind of things that you want to start with. And then you also want to, if you want to join Homekeeping Society, this is the best time to do that. I would love for you to join. You've got between now and next Tuesday. I'll send you some emails so you'll see reminders of that if you don't join right away. But you can join anytime. But if you want to join now, this is going to be the best time to do that. And it's going to help you. It's going to help you with your home. It's going to help you keep your home clean. That's what the routine does. And it just takes that guesswork out of it. So JM says, I have a big issue with mold and mildew at my home. I remember seeing a DIY mold spray. Is that more for removal or is it preventative as well? So hydrogen peroxide does a pretty good job with mold. I'm not someone that necessarily messes around with mold. If you have an issue with it, you might want to check where, if it's a room that doesn't have proper ventilation or if there's a leak somewhere, you want to make sure that that's taken care of. And then if you can be certain that it's fine, then you can use, if you just have a little bit of mold in a bathroom, and because you haven't cleaned it recently or something like that, you can use hydrogen peroxide on that. You can use that with tea tree oil or just hydrogen peroxide. That will kill those mold spores. But if it's the dangerous kind of mold, then you're going to want to make sure that I don't want to give any advice if it needs to be handled with a professional. So in Homekeeping Society, does it include the other courses, specifically Jumpstart Your Routine and the Whole Home Reset? It does not. I always give Homekeeping Society members get special discounts on pretty much everything. So when those released, they had discounts on that, but it does not include that. There are different times of the year when you get special, free PDF packets or different things like that. So it just depends. But it's definitely, but it does not include those courses, but it will always include a discount on pretty much everything. So, all right. Well, I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday season. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am just so encouraged that you're here, and I want to encourage you to do something in your home and see what you can do this week, this month, just to set yourself up for success through the rest of the year. And that will definitely um, help you out as you move forward. And okay, I see one more question. Hold on. What's the best shower spray to use right after a shower? So I have a shower spray. If you just go to the website, Alicia might leave a link here for you too. And use the daily shower spray. That's what it's called. That will be your best. That's what I recommend using. It's vodka, water, and essential oils. And I think it might be one more ingredient. I'm not sure, but it's awesome. And that will help you keep your shower clean too. So, okay, guys, have an awesome day. And I will see you soon, hopefully. Bye-bye.